Hi, this is Ben Curtis from Notes from Spain, and this is a video response to a video I found on YouTube by a man I've never met named John Stambridge, who was kind enough to mention Notes from Spain as one of his favourite things from 2008. So here are my 10 favourite things from 2008. First of all, number one, of course, has to be the birth of our baby son Leo in November, mid-November. Without doubt the best thing of all. And probably the second best thing was the birth of my sister's son at the beginning of September. Now my sister lives in Toulouse, and for the first 2 or 3 weeks our baby was here. We had a direct line with Toulouse almost. We were on the phone 5 times a day saying, did your baby do this? Is this normal? Should this happen? And so on. Invaluable help, and it was funny for me to be asking so much help from my middle sister, but thank goodness she was there with her new baby, and well, 2 months ahead of us basically. Now the third thing on my list has to be that in 2008 I started what I now call Ben's master's degree. Now this isn't a master's degree that's got anything to do with any university or college or institution. It's just the fact that I've started learning an enormous amount about on the one hand personal development, and on the other hand running a small business. Now we have a small business, but we started it without really any idea what we were doing, and so really learning an awful lot about how businesses work has helped us an awful lot in terms of giving us back a little bit of our life, because to begin with one is just lost working all day long. And also, of course, in making a little bit work a bit more successfully. So number 4 on my list, well, just to finish number 3, yes, Ben's Masters. It's wonderful because I decide what I want to learn whenever I want to learn. I find the best sources that best match my needs, and it's just fantastic to be learning again, to be in this accelerated learning experience, but about something real and applicable, and that's making huge personal changes as well as changes to our business, which is very much part of our life. So part of that has been the discovery of number 4, who is a man called Dan Kennedy, who's a very brash American business advisor, copywriter, businessman in his own right, who writes these no BS, no bullshit books, and probably the best one has been No Bullshit Time Management for Entrepreneurs, which, as well as lots of ideas about how to manage your time better, has given us a lot of ideas about the point of having a business and how best to run a business. Number 5 has been a man called Dan Sullivan, who has a set of CDs called Pure Genius. Now I did have the box here when I made a first run of this video earlier, which was a disaster, and so I could hold it up and you could see the CDs, but now they're back in the other room. So Pure Genius is all about, well, it's personal development again. It's 6 CDs which focus on everything from the benefit of turning negative experiences into positive ones, or what we can learn from negative experiences, how to add at least 20 years to your life, which is always a good idea. What else? How to make your life successful now by integrating all the things that you enjoy in life. For example, in my case, photography, or spending time with my wife and my son, travel, getting out into the natural world and so on. How to integrate them now rather than leaving them until later, and not working too hard now. So really highly recommend that CD set. I think I've recommended it everywhere in the past few days. Staying on the reading front, Total Leisure has been a discovery of a man called Joseph Warnberg, I think his name is, but he wrote a book, a lot of books about being a cop in LA. He used to be an LA cop, and he writes about basically beat cops and what they get up to. One great book I read by him, I think the first one was Hollywood Station, and it's just funny. These books are funny, but at the same time hard as nails, and you can learn an awful lot about life from reading these books, and just pure entertainment, fantastic reading. It's one of those things where you read almost everything by the author and then you're fed up because he hasn't released anything new recently, or well, he did, but I've read that and now I want more. Number 7 on the list is The Great Madrid Escape, when earlier this year in April, I think about 25 people, readers of Notes from Spain blog, contributors to the forum, all came out to Spain for a long weekend, and we just ate, drank and were merry for 3 days, and it was just fantastic to meet real people from the internet and discover that you all are incredibly nice and incredibly friendly. Just the nicest people I've ever met. So hopefully this year we can find a way of doing something again. Number 8 was PodCamp Barcelona, when I went to Barcelona just for the day in September to speak about podcasting at this PodCamp event with lots of other podcasters and bloggers and internet people, and it was just fantastic to hang out with other geeks, other people that work in the same kind of thing that I work in, and to be able to just spend all day talking about websites and podcasts and things like that, and I really hope to do more of that this year. Number 9 on the list is Asturias. We went there, I think, in July to escape the heat of Madrid, and just the most beautiful green, wondrous wonderland. The incredible Picos de Europa mountains, beautiful, largely unspoilt beaches. Got to be one of our favourite places in Spain. And finally, number 10 of the best things about 2008 is all the contact that we've had from people around the world who write on the forum or comment on the blogs or send us emails saying that you enjoy what we do. And without that, there's no doubt that we would have stopped this probably an awful long time ago. So keep it coming, and we will keep it coming as well. Lots of exciting plans for 2009. So that's it. I know this is a time to look forward to what's coming in the future at the beginning of a new year, but it's also, another thing I've learned from Mr. Dan Sullivan and his Pure Genius tapes or CDs is it's very important to sometimes say, here I am, and let's see how far I've come. Let's see what's come up until now and what's been achieved. So 2008 was a fantastic year in many respects, and really, we've come a long way, and I'm sure 2009 is going to be just as wonderful. Okay, this is Ben Curtis from notesfromspain.com and notesinspanish.com saying, let's hear your best of 2008. Why don't you record a similar quick video clip and leave a link to it in the comments here on the blog. Hasta luego!